Brad Thomas here with TheStreet. I'm joined today with Amy Tait, CEO and co-founder of Broadstone Real Estate. Today we're going to be talking about Jumpstart Our Business Startup Act, better known as the Jobs Act, which paves the way for Reg D sponsors to now advertise more openly on their products. Amy, good to see you.
Thank you, Brad. I'm really glad to be here.
Great. Amy, tell us a little bit about this Jobs Act. What does it mean for Reg D sponsors today in terms of now you can advertise, right?
We can advertise or we can just talk openly, more so. It's a real game changer for us. When you think about it, there are so many great companies out there that have to get by shining their light under a barrel. They couldn't talk in public about what they do. And it meant that we couldn't have an interview like this today. We couldn't have a robust website. We couldn't talk to reporters or have interviews recorded or whatever. So this is a real game changer, and I think allows a lot of people to see what's really happening out there behind the scenes with private equity. Good.
Now, in terms of Reg D programs, I know that the investors have to be accredited, and I know there's some changes too with this Jobs Act in regards to the accreditation hurdles. Can you tell us about that?
Well, Reg D offerings have always been limited to only be available for accredited investors that are generally institutions or they're individuals that have a net worth of at least $1 million, not including their homes, or have income of about $300,000 or so annually. So that has stayed the same. What's changed is that it used to be we couldn't even let anybody know about our offerings unless we had reason to believe already that they were accredited. Now anybody can hear about us. And then the thing that's changed is that instead of when somebody makes a determination to invest, instead of checking a box telling us that they're accredited, we actually have to verify that with a third party. And that third party could be a letter from their investment advisor or their accountant or their attorney, or they could share some of their personal information with us so that we can verify that. Hopefully that will be a fairly simple step.
Sure. Well, let's talk about your products. Now that we can talk, let's talk about Broadstone. And what are your products? I think you've got two different offerings.
Yes, Broadstone Real Estate is the sponsor of two different private REITs, private and non-traded. One we started at the end of 2007 that buys triple net lease properties. We now have 187 properties in 27 states, and they're diversified retail, industrial, and medical office. The second REIT we just started earlier this year. It's quite a bit smaller, and we're buying single family homes for rental, for long-term investment and income, and so far we're in 3 states with that.
Great. I like the net lease sector a lot, and I've had a lot of your peers on the show as well. Now you're paying around your net lease REIT's paying around a 6% dividend. Tell us a little bit about the fund and in terms of what investors can anticipate.
Yes, 6.6% dividend, and actually that's only at about a 90% payout ratio. We're actually earning more than that, and that would have been a big secret. If I had said that last week on the show, I don't know if I would have been fined or thrown in jail, but I wasn't going there.
Right.
So this is a big change that we can talk about this.
Sure.
So we have in our net lease REIT, we've done great. We have about 700 accredited investors already that we've found through word of mouth. There are no broker dealers in the middle. This is a great way to save money at the front end so that our investors can get a great yield. That's why our yields are so high. And our share price has grown over the years from $50 to $64 a share. Our dividends are largely sheltered. About 2/3 are sheltered from depreciation expense. And our investors are quite happy. We've raised about $320 million so far from that. And with a little bit of leverage, we have about $700 million worth of assets now.
Great. Well, Amy, thanks for joining us today, and it's good to see a private company now public.
Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you.